Okay, so I'm parked behind Chick-fil-A and I just found my Purell and I'm really happy about that because I might have to turn this air down. I don't know if this volume is gonna work. And I'm also like really frustrated. Look at it, I'm like jumping the gun already. I'm really worried that the storage on my phone is gonna cut my video off because I feel like every time I try to make a video and every time I make like a real video where I'm being like in my fully authentic self, it fucking cuts me off and I get so mad. It's like in my life, people cutting me off when I'm trying to talk or trying to express something, and I finally feel like I'm getting it out and I'm getting it right, and then I'm hate it. So if that happens, I don't know, we'll see. But I just stopped. It is September, I think it's the 4th. I don't know. Might be the 5th, but I don't know. 2023. I'm gonna turn this down because I feel like it's soupy doopy loud. Okay, maybe more. But it's also like I like it because then I can't hear the outside noises that are giving me a lot of anxiety. So I'm parked here at Chick-fil-A. I'm gonna eat my food and try to get back into more of my adult agency. But the things that I want to share, in my opinion, will blow your mind. I don't know. I mean, I'm used to people being like, that didn't really happen. So most likely people might not believe me. It's all right. I have done enough work to know what has actually happened to me and what has not. And I don't lie either. So there's that. Full disclosure with me. I'm going to eat my Chick-fil-A. But I don't have anybody to talk to. So I'm talking out loud. You know, I didn't even think about this, but people might see me and they'd be like, oh, she's just talking on the phone with her boyfriend or her best friend. Not knowing that I'm actually talking to myself, having a full-on, like, vent session with myself because nobody else seems to be available to listen. So that's cool. Right? I have not eaten today. That's not... Well, I ate 2 raspberries this morning at breakfast in the psych ward. I don't know. I don't like calling it that because... No, actually, this place was a psych ward. There are other places that are psychiatric units or psychiatric facilities. That it's just a much more humane way of saying it. But where I was at was a psych ward. Full on. Out of the 6 hospitalizations that I've had beginning at age I was like just about to turn 13 or maybe just turned 13. All of them have been voluntary admissions. So I've checked myself in willingly saying I'm having a really hard time with my emotions. I need help. So I've done that 6 times. I'm 36 now. And in my 6 voluntary admissions, I've been to lots of different facilities. Some of them felt like prisons, the way they were built, the informality of, not informality, just the lack of bedside manner, you know, very clinical setting. I've been to places that were gross, but had good treatment. This place that I just left, let me tell you, it opened July 24th, 2023. Again, the date is September 4th, 2023. I believe it might be the 5th. I'm not positive. But we're not even 2 months out from July 24th. Hold on. I also have to eat. So I'm talking to myself. Why am I rushing her? Oh. It literally helps me feel less alone. Having a camera playing. Not playing. Like, the camera feels like it's a friend right now that I get to talk to. Even though I'm literally not talking to anybody except for myself. But the second I hit end on that record, a loneliness comes back. And that's kind of sad to think about. That the only time I don't feel lonely and alone is when I have a video camera to listen, because humans don't listen. Food for thought. And yeah, I'm also embarrassed about the way that I fucking look right now. Look at me. I look very tired. You see, like, I tried to be compassionate when I said that. I look very tired. I'm trying to be kind to myself. But what I do know is that I'm jumping topics a little bit, and that's okay, because this is what I need to do. Josh is on something. I'm pretty sure. I mean, seeing this, it's like, I don't know. Maybe he's not. Maybe because he just started third shift, he is presenting like he is fully doped up. Like nodding out, saying things that aren't making sense, like he hasn't slept in days. And he hasn't, but neither have I, and I'm making a lot of sense, I think. Like, I haven't been up for any reason other than having anxiety and not being able to get to sleep, and then the nightmares and like the 5-minute checks and this and that. But I've also in the past had to stay up for days, and like I guess I don't understand why. Oh my god, the fucking Life EMS van that I parked behind, thinking nobody was in it, just pulled away. I feel really weird. She didn't even notice me. Oh, TJ Maxx? What? My mind is going everywhere. But my gut tells me he's on something, and it really doesn't matter to me what it is. And I do find myself like questioning back and forth, like, is it meth, or is he back on like Suboxone or something like that? And that really isn't important. I mean, it matters, and it's important, but it's for me, it's irrelevant. But it's triggering as fuck. Back to the times when we were together, and he would be eyes rolling into the back of his head, but unable to be still, like itching like a motherfucker today. That's what made me think it was an opiate, because he was like so itchy all over. And I was trying to be gentle, and like I was glad he took this day, okay, but I was like, you got yourself some fleas over there? And he was like, yeah, I don't know, I'm so itchy. And then it just kept getting worse and worse. And then he was a little bit like, he was trying to minimize it. My perception is he was trying to minimize what I picked up on, the itchiness, by joking, saying, he kept saying, oh, so itchy, do I have a disease? Am I diseased? Like making those like real repetitive, confuse me jokes that he does, like almost like he's trying to distract from what's happening, him itching like a motherfucker. And so, I mean, right away that's what I felt. But then he's like saying, he's doing the thing again where he's not conscious enough to make coherent sentences. So he's like, it's similar to like sleep talking. Like when you talk to somebody and they're pretty much asleep and maybe they're like halfway dreaming, and so their response is, it's like they respond to you, but they don't actually correlate with what you're talking about. Well, Yeah, or like, when I know his thing is when he gets that way, things that have been fixated in his brain come out. So like, some of the things have been like feet or like mom type things. So something, it's like that's what's on his mind. I don't know. And here I am trying to like organize all of this in my brain, and it's not necessary because I have enough of my own to organize. But he's literally the only person in the entire world who doesn't, I mean, he abandons me daily with his lack of his lack of attunement to me in any way. And that feels abandoning every day. Just like it did with my mom. But sometimes I don't know what's worse. The daily abandonment or the final abandonment. And when you don't have anybody else in the world to turn to, when you have literally tried to take your own life because everybody you called was too busy. And it wasn't just, oh, they didn't pick up that one time. It was, I've been calling you for weeks. I've been screaming out for years. And Josh was the only one to pick up. And he couldn't quite pick up all the way because he was at work. He couldn't come and be there. And so that felt abandoning to me, even though like nobody should leave their job midday, a job they just got. Low battery mode. I hope it didn't cut me off. Tired. Goodbye for now. Okay, so I stopped talking with my camera, and then something really profound came to me. I look like I'm a wrist banger, and I am not. So I just realized, that my message from the universe has been very loud and very clear, and I think I might have just not been able to see it. I wasn't looking maybe in the right way, or in a way, in its direction, whatever. Because let's think about this. I knew I wanted to leave Michigan. I knew it wasn't good for me. I made a very sound, reasonable decision to do that. And I executed that plan without finishing out of fear. So I came back to Michigan. And I'll have to explain why this is so strange for me, because it's something a therapist had told me about myself one time. Kind of, I don't want to get off on a tangent, but it relates to this, and that's why it's so interesting. Is I got all the way to Arkansas. I did exactly what I wanted to do, and fear overtook. I mean, I don't blame me, honestly, the things that happened. I wouldn't blame anybody for turning around, but the fear overtook and I turned around. And Michigan is where I tried to kill myself on September. Oh my God. My last video, I said it was September. It's not. It's October. Because it was September 25th that I trying to end my life for real. And it was a day after I got back into Michigan. 25th, did I say? Yeah, that's what I meant. It was the day I got back into Michigan when I decided to come back from Arkansas because of my fear. and because I was listening to other people. I listened to Josh, I listened to my mom, I listened to David, I listened to ISK, who all said, come back to Michigan where there's support so that you can get the help you need. I get back to Michigan and that support is nowhere to be found. So I did attempt to take my own life, and I meant it. I don't want it anymore. I'm so grateful that I didn't die. But I meant it. And since then, I've been treated. I just wish I had a word to really like put it in your face how disgustingly inhumane I've been treated, and how disgustingly and inhumane the people in that facility right now are being treated. I just saw a cute guy. He distracted me for like a millisecond. But if I could have just, not if I could have, I will. I will listen to the universe and what it's telling me to do. And that is to leave Michigan. Perhaps the plan I had in place was a too big of a goal to set at the time. But backtracking is never the answer. And I backtracked. I came back to Michigan to be fully abandoned by that. It's like, I know it's not Michigan that abandoned me, but I have experienced nothing but abandonment in Michigan. And they, the people that I were talking to mentioned, it's like it's such a gaslighting experience to have people tell you what is best for you. And they're people that you should be able to trust. I mean, your mother, your therapist, your psychiatrist, these are people you should be able to trust. And when you listen to them and you trust in them, and every time you keep trusting in them, and every time you listen to that advice and you do what you're told, and you wind up in a way worse situation and alone. So the point of this is, the universe told me Michigan is not for you, Stephanie. You will be loved somewhere else. If you don't know where that is, that's okay. And maybe you need to live somewhere that isn't the ideal place for a while, but it's not going to be in Michigan. So I'm going to get my shit together. I'm going to pick up my cats. And I'm considering Tennessee to be my new residency. So we'll see. Okay, I'm feeling really angry, and if this car even fucking dare pulls in next to me, I'm gonna lose my shit. I'm trying so hard to keep it together, but this is why I don't want to stop driving. I just want to be left alone with my thoughts for 5 minutes without a car pulling up next to me and being perfectly fine with what they're doing. It's fine. It's not their problem. It's mine. But I just don't want to be sitting next to a car with another person sitting in the driver's seat, and it's literally up against my car. If they open their driver door, it hits my driver door type of thing. So like I'd have to jump to my passenger seat to like escape. And it's not even that. I just don't want people fucking looking at me right now because I'm full of shame. And I told my mom I would let her know when I was out of the hospital. And it's like, why do I even keep doing that? Why, Steph? Your mom will not show you she loves you. Whether she does or she doesn't is irrelevant. You do not feel loved by her. And she is no longer offering financial assistance either. So what is she good for? That sounds really mean, but this is for me. This is, what is she good for? I say, she asks me, I text her and I say, I'm out of the hospital. I'm doing okay. Oh, I want to fucking hit her. Because then it brings me back to how she called the hospital and I took her off my list. She wasn't supposed to have any information. And they fucking gave her information. And that's what she thrives off of. She thrives off of being in control and knowing more than I do. And, well, I talked to your doctors and this is what they said. No, you fucking didn't. Yes, this is rage right now. It's rage because I have no autonomy as a 36-year-old woman. And if I want autonomy, I have to do it completely alone in poverty all the time. I have to choose between self-betrayal and suffrage. God. I tell her I can't think right now. I just got out of the hospital. My brain is frazzled. All I can think is that I need to get to the laundromat because the rain that came in, it was downpoured in here. There's mold growing in my car seats. I have to pick my cats up at 9 o'clock in the morning and they cannot come into my car mold infested. So I tell her right now, it's one step at a time. I need to find myself a laundromat and get the money to be able to launder everything I have. She doesn't offer money. Instead, she says, well, why don't I come down and help you make decisions and help you organize your car? I don't fucking need that help. I don't need you to take control. I am telling you what I need. I need to get to the laundromat. I need to do this one step at a time. And then she interrupts me. Well, I just want to make a suggestion about, if you are going to continue with the cats. Mom, I just said one step at a time. I can only get to the laundromat right now. And her disgust when I speak up is, oh, well, all right, fine, whatever. Let me know what you need. It's like, yeah, that felt real fucking loving. I don't know how to do this anymore. I don't. I'm swinging through rage and sadness and despair and guilt and every fucking emotion. And I just want a minute of reprieve. And once I get it and try to problem solve, the only problem solving I have is other people. Because I'm fucking poor. No matter what I do to support myself. I can't feed my cats. And I refuse to abandon them. So I won't eat. So they can. And she asks me how she can help me. Help me eat. Help me feed my cats. Help me get my medical expenses taken care of. Help me get to a laundromat. Stop fucking trying to solve this Rubik's Cube of my life because you've already made it into the Rubik's Cube that it is. So stop manipulating and let me sort it out. I just want to go home and there's no home in the world. I just want to go home. And I'm not only homeless, but I'm homeless. And I'm scared. And I'm tired of fighting and being looked at like I'm
A maniac. I hate my mother. I've hated her since I was a child, and I've fought myself on that, and I've said, you don't hate her, you love her. She's your mom. I hate her. I hate who she is. I hate what she does to people. I hate her ignorance. I hate her unworkability, her unwillingness to see anything other than black and white. I hate her fucking victimhood. And I hate that I also do that. And I don't even mean to.